Hello, I am Megan Steele, and welcome to AT Saturdays. So, we are going to start something new. And AT Saturdays is all about building the AT Cure team. And as you all know, the AT Cure team's purpose is to raise awareness for ataxia telangiectasia, to do fundraising. And so, what we want to do on these AT Saturdays is to support our new AT Cure team members and get people excited about getting active and, just being more healthy, whether you are a part of our AT family or an extended member of our AT family who wants to help us fundraise and be a part of the Cure team. We are so excited that you're here, and we want to focus on people who are starting out their fitness journey, maybe they're continuing or maintaining one, or people who are developing and, setting new goals and wanting to get faster or accomplish some big feat like my friend Crystal Olive did a couple weekends ago with her huge backyard ultra. So we're really excited about putting something new out there. And this first project that we're going to do is to help our brand new beginners with a 5K. So we're going to focus on running to start with. And who knows, we may build in some other sports or some other activities in the future. But this first event that we're going to do is going to be a 5K. And you can do it by running, walking, or rolling. So maybe you push somebody during this event, or maybe you bike. So we're going to be really creative with it, but we're going to provide some training and some guidance to those of you who do want to either walk or run this 5K. And if you're brand new to running, or you're brand new to jogging, or whatever speed you're at, then this is the perfect starting place for you. And we're so excited that you're here. I cannot wait to train with you. Every Saturday on our AT Saturdays, you're going to get a new training video, a new workout prescription, if you will, for the week. And within 8 weeks, we're going to get ready for our first 5K together. It's going to be a virtual race or a virtual run, so you can do it anywhere you want to do it. You can be on your treadmill, you can be out like I am right now. This is actually part of my own running trail. You can be on pavement, it doesn't matter. And you can run it, walk it, or like I said a moment ago, you might want to roll it, you might want to bike it, you might want to push your family member, you might want to use your power wheelchair. Whatever you want to do, it's going to be up to you. Now, our training is going to focus on getting you from walking or sitting on the couch to being able to keep moving for a whole 3.1 miles or 5 kilometers. To get you ready for this first 5-kilometer run or run walk, I've mapped out an 8-week program for you. You don't even have to think about it. And I'm starting you out the same way that I did when I was many years ago a couch potato, and I'd never really run very far. I didn't know what I was doing. I could not run a whole minute, and a lot of the Couch to 5K programs that I see out there start with going out and running for a whole minute nonstop, and I couldn't do that when I started. I was out of breath within, several seconds. So we're going to start with only 30 seconds of jogging or running. So I want you to just take a deep breath, know that you can do this, and in 8 weeks, you will not believe how much your cardiovascular system and your lungs have developed and have strengthened and can do so much more than you think that they can right now. We're going to start with just 30 seconds of jogging at a time. Going to be super easy. And remember, even if it's not simple, even if it's not easy, you can do hard things. Crystal Olive always loves to say that, loves to put that hashtag beside her post. Hashtag, you can do hard things. That's the truth. You can do this. I promise you. And we're going to be with you every step of the way. Our training is going to progress from just jogging or shuffling or running for 30 seconds at a time until you are actually doing that for at least 2 minutes at a time with just little spurts of walking in the middle. And eventually, together, I believe that we'll be running nonstop, even further than that. So just let go of any negativity that you might have in your mind right now about whether or not you're capable of doing this. I believe you can, and we're going to be here to help you with it and coach you along the whole way. Some of you are looking at me thinking, Megan, I've never done this before. I don't know if you're right. I'm not so sure I can do this. I don't know anything about running or jogging or moving my body hardly. Well, that's all right. Each Saturday, we're going to have a few tips for you. And in the middle of the week, if you have questions, just shoot us a message. Post it on the page. We would love to help you. So, for the first set of tips, I've got 5 little tips for you that I wish someone had told me when I started running. So the first one is hydration. You have got to drink water. And, water is the best liquid that you can drink. So anytime that you're reaching for something to drink, if it can be water, that's awesome. I want you to, once in a while, maybe weigh yourself before you exercise and after you exercise. You didn't lose weight between the beginning of your first workout to the end of it. What you lost is water. So if you find that after your workout you've sweated off a pound of fluid, then you need to drink that back. For every pound of fluid that you lose after a workout, I want you to drink back 2 cups of liquid over the next few hours or so. So don't drink it all at once. A good rule of thumb, there is no set recommendation for how much someone should drink, but just remember these 2 things. 1, if you're thirsty, you're already a little dehydrated. You should have drank something a while ago. And then it's not a bad idea to divide your body weight by pounds in half, and that be the number of ounces that you're aiming for drinking each day. Okay? So, I try to drink at least about 4 bottles of water, 4 of those 16-ounce bottles of water a day at a minimum. So when it's the summer and I'm sweating a lot, and I'm one of those people that sweats a lot, it's not unusual for me to drink a gallon of water a day, actually. So just make sure that you're not allowing yourself to get totally thirsty before you reach for something. And when you're going to work out and you know that you're going to do one of these workouts in the evening, drink all day. Drink a little bit all day along so that by the time you're ready for your workout, you're nice and hydrated. Your second tip, do not skimp on your stretches or, working yourself with your flexibility, okay? The tighter you are after you run and you don't do anything about that, the more prone you're going to be to injury the next time you go and exercise, all right? The tighter and more stiff your muscles are, the more you're probably going to get hurt. So we don't want to skimp on your flexibility training or your stretching at the end of your workouts. Don't skip it. It's easy to want to run back in the house and be done. Don't skip it. All right, your third tip. I brought some of my torture tools with me to show you guys. So you've heard people talk about foam rollers and things like that. Well, you don't really need anything real fancy for this, but if you can find like a tennis ball or something, that's a great tool actually to combat some of that stiffness I was talking about. There's lots of ways that you can use these foam rollers. For instance, if I want to, I can use this on my calf muscle, and you just dig right into that calf muscle and roll this thing around, and it hurts like the dickens, but it does the job. It keeps that calf from getting all tight and sore. Once I was super diligent about foam rolling after every single one of my marathon training runs. That was the least soreness I have ever had in a training cycle. So whenever I get really serious about training for something, I'll pull out the foam rollers like this thing, the tennis balls. I even have this weird little stick right here that, you know, I'll roll my muscles with. And using these on your muscles loosens everything up, makes it very pliable. I'm going to link some really good foam rolling and tennis ball rolling routines for you under this video so that you can reference those and take a look at them. It's really great tools. Tip number 4. Hold yourself back. Okay. I'm prescribing 3 days of training per week for you all. I know you might come out of the gate feeling great and you just want to try this every day because you're going to do this and it's going to be amazing. Well, you're just going to set yourself up to get really disappointed if you don't hold yourself back, stick with the program, don't push too hard. Okay, for some of y'all, this 30 seconds of running and the minute and a half of walking, those intervals are going to be a huge challenge. Other ones are going to feel pretty darn good whenever they go out there that first time. Those of you are the ones that I'm talking to, okay? Don't strike out of here, barreling out of the gate, and try to do this same routine every day. No, your body needs some rest, especially if this is not something that it's been very used to. Okay, the overuse or working muscles that have not been worked before, they're going to get sore and you don't want to get injured. I want you to stick to every other day. Try to make your workouts on non-consecutive days. That's going to prevent you from getting injured in this new activity that you're doing. All right, and my last tip is if you have not bought some good athletic shoes in a really long time, then you owe it to yourself to invest in a good pair of shoes if you're going to do this program. Okay, shoes usually last a good 300 to 400 miles, but even if you haven't gone that far in your shoes, if they're 2 or 3 years old, they've probably started to decompose, even if you can't tell it, even if they look new, okay? So those shoes are really not going to be as supportive and as good for your feet, your legs, as a new pair probably would, okay? So you owe it to yourself to check out getting some new shoes. And I'm going to also add a link to how to choose some good running shoes. Okay, I can hear some of y'all. You're tired of hearing all these tips. You want to know what the workouts are for the week. So this week, here's what I want you to do on 3 non-consecutive days. So maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, however you want to set it up, morning or evening, it doesn't matter. Do you know when the best time of day is for you to work out? The time when you're actually going to stick with it. So mornings, my sister gets up at like 5 a.m. in the mornings before she goes and teaches school and works out every single day. I don't know how she does it. I cannot get up that early and be fit for anything. So for me, in the afternoon, even in the evening, sometimes it might be 9 o'clock in the evening when I work out. That works for me. So whenever the routine is actually going to be fit into your schedule and you can stick with it, that's the best time of day to do it. So those 3 days that you've picked out in your head, here's what I want you to do. I want you to warm up first with about a 5-minute brisk walk, okay? So a good pace would be a pace where you can still speak in complete sentences, all right? So you're warming up for about 5 minutes at that pace. And then I want you to time yourself, and I want you to give it all you got for about 30 seconds, okay? I want you to run or jog, or if a shuffle is what you got, that's perfect, okay? 30 seconds. You're going to follow that with 1.5 minutes or 90 seconds of a walk to catch your breath, okay? Try to keep that brisk pace, but you're allowing your body, your heart rate to come back a little closer to normal. And this is also going to keep you from getting injured, okay? It's giving your legs a break as well. So I want you to repeat that cycle a total of 10 times. All right, or to do that cycle a total of 10 times. That's going to be 20 minutes worth of exercise plus that 5-minute warm up. Then for your cool down, I want you to spend at least 5 minutes on your cool down. You can walk a little further, but make sure that in that cool down you are fitting in some stretches. Okay? Make sure you're doing this. Remember what I told you. You don't want to skimp on this. This is where you prevent getting injured. All right, so my last tip for y'all is, there are a lot of articles and opinions about, how should I run? How should I let my foot fall on the ground? How should I hold my arms? How should I, have my posture? All of this kind of stuff. Well, don't overthink it too much, okay? I read a piece of advice one time and it was really good. And whenever I am running, if I ever think about how I'm running, this is what I do, okay? First off, I make sure that I'm standing up straight, okay? So I make sure that my shoulders are in a good neutral position. I'm not slouched over when I'm running. I'm standing up straight, okay? I'm keeping my arms straight as well, meaning they have that 90-degree angle to them, but they're not crossing my body. They're not out from my body. They're pretty much parallel to my body, okay, whenever they're moving. And then I keep my hips neutral. So I'm not standing, poking my behind out. I've just got my hips very neutral. And then I don't worry about how my feet fall. I don't worry about if I'm a runner who's running on the balls of my feet or striking with my heel first. As long as you're keeping your upper body nice and straight, you're keeping your arms parallel to your body, and you are keeping your hips neutral, you're going to be just fine however your feet strike, okay? Don't worry about that kind of stuff. A good exercise, and this is just your little bonus here, a good exercise to do to work on your upper body strength when you're running, because believe it or not, your arms can get a little tired, are push-ups. So let me show you that right quick. Okay, so this exercise is awesome for you more advanced runners or for you newbies. So what I want you to do is do a really nice tricep push-up. So we're going to keep our hands just about right under our shoulders here, okay? And we're dropping forward for this push-up, okay? And you see my arms are sort of mimicking the same shape that they take when they're running, okay? All right, just like this. So it's working the muscles that you're going to be using, your upper body muscles that you're using when you're running. Now, if you need to, you can do these on your knees. No big deal. That's okay. You're still strengthening yourself. All right. Whew, there's a bug. Okay. You're going down and up. And you see my arms are shaped like they're going to be when I'm running. And there you go. Great, great exercise. Just a few of those, you'll really feel it. Really good for running, strengthening your shoulders, your arms, your back, for keeping the right posture when you're running. Okay, so today I'm going to show you 3 of my favorite stretches that you can do during your cool down. We'll show you some more over the next 8 weeks. And anytime that you're feeling some tightness somewhere and you're not quite sure how to stretch that out, just leave us a comment. Ask us for a suggestion. So I would be so happy to do some research or to show you my favorite stretch for whatever part of you that feels like it's a little bit too tight. Okay, so here is a good one. And all of the ones that I'm showing you today, you can do on a mat or on the ground. All right, so I want you to lay down and I want you to take your leg and cross it over the other. And then we're just going to stretch it out, push it out just a little bit. It's gonna stretch this part here. Good. And then put that leg down and just pull it over. Stretching all this back here for you. Good. And when you do these stretches, I want you to hold them for about 30 seconds each. Crossing over, and we're just pressing for about 30 seconds. Okay, so you time yourself and you go for the whole 30 seconds. And then we're just stretching over after we put that leg out. All right, good. Now, pull that leg up. You just squeeze into your chest, your abdomen. All right, and the other one. Good. Now, a lot of people will stretch their quads here while they're standing up. But some people find it easier to do that from the ground. So it may take a little less balance this way. All right, so you're just going to pull one leg up. Now, whenever you pull on this ankle here, never pull outward away from your body, okay? If you're going to pull it in any other direction, just then straight back, maybe across your body just a hair, if that's easier for you, but never away from your body, okay? All right, we'll get the other one. And remember, when you do this stretching at home, I want you to hold each of these stretches for at least 30 seconds. And you'll notice I'm not pumping these stretches, I'm not bouncing. Don't do that, okay? Be nice and easy with yourself. Hold it for at least 30 seconds each, okay? I'm going to also add a link for some other really good stretches for you all beginner runners as well. So I hope y'all have enjoyed this video. I am so excited about these next 8 weeks with y'all, and I'm so excited about June the 13th and seeing all of our AT families and all of our extended AT family come out and just have a blast fellowshipping and enjoying this this new activity that we're going to do together. And I cannot wait to see some of y'all run for the first time. This is going to be so awesome. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining us. We're here for you. Please let us know if you need any assistance. See y'all later. Bye.